Good morning. Ahead this morning on DC News Now, a crash overnight involving multiple kids who police say stole a car.
Our Lex Juarez is live this morning with what we know. Plus, new footage showing the entire city in Gaza decimated by constant bombardment. How people here at home are remembering them tonight.
And later, what Social Security recipients need to know ahead of an expected increase in their cost of living allowance. But first, checking in with Jackie. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Another chilly start out there. Many of us in the 40s and now into low 50s, though, closer towards DC, Annapolis, and Lexington Park. But later on today, we'll be warming up back in the mid to even upper 70s for parts of the region. More details on how long this warmer air sticks around coming up.
The station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
All right, good morning. It is 6 o'clock right now on a Thursday morning, starting off with a live look outside. It's going to be a pretty nice day out there, but we do want to say thank you for starting your morning with us here on DC News Now. I'm Tanaya Wright.
And I'm Shanika Grimshaw in for Corey James. Now, we're going to turn it over to Jackie and talk about this weather today. It's supposed to be a warmer day.
Yes. We'll see those high temperatures bouncing back mid-70s, and I feel like a lot of people are going to be happy about that.
Yes.
I mean, the last couple of days hasn't been too bad.
No,
I mean,
it's been nice.
Yeah, it's been really nice. Great fall afternoons. Everyone can open up their windows. I think today will just be a little bit warmer than the last several ones.
Air out the house, everything.
And especially with the sunshine, too. That sunshine in the afternoon feels nice as well, especially after a chilly morning. So, and we're starting off chilly out there this morning, but just a little bit warmer than yesterday morning. We're right around 50 at this hour in Hagerstown. We're 52 currently in DC. We're seeing those 40s, though, for the rest of the region. We're seeing mid-40s in Manassas, upper 40s Fredericksburg. We're into low to mid-40s for much of the I-81 corridor as well. So later on today, though, we'll see those temperatures eventually warming back up with that sunshine as well. Temperature difference from yesterday morning to this morning, we're right around where we started yesterday morning in D.C., but elsewhere, some of us running at least 5 and close to 10 degrees warmer than what we saw yesterday morning around this time. Now, in terms of what we're tracking in satellite and radar, we are seeing the dry conditions across our area. We do have some wet weather down across the southernmost parts, southeasternmost parts of the United States, I should say. Warm front lifting in, and that will be providing us with slightly warmer temperatures out there for the day today. For those kids heading into school, we're looking at the bus stop forecast with temperatures right around 50, but then partly cloudy by recess, and then we're still looking at a mix of sun and clouds by the end of the day with high temperatures bouncing back into the mid to even upper 70s. So have more details. Look at towards the rest of that 7-day coming up in just a couple of minutes, but right now I do want to toss it over to Shanika. The important look at those roadways. How's traffic?
All right, well, good news. We're seeing some movement out there on the outer loop. That is right near 650 New Hampshire Avenue. We had an earlier crash involving a tractor trailer and a vehicle. They did clear that and move that to the right, so you are good to go. Good movement. You're going to be on and off your brakes, though. Just a tad bit. Now, on 95 heading northbound, we do have a crash off of Fairfax County Parkway in Northern Virginia, so do watch for that situation there. And new this morning, Montgomery County Police are investigating after they say multiple kids stole a car and crashed it in Clarksburg.
That is right. We do want to get right to our Lex Juarez this morning, who is in the neighborhood where this all happened. So, Lex, what do we know?
Right, well, this was right here on Clarksburg Square Road where that stolen car crashed into other cars that were right here parked on the street. It was just between 12 and 1 this morning. Check out this damage to this tree right here where one of the cars was knocked into. You can see the tree split in half down from the bottom, and then there's also a no parking sign that was knocked out of the ground. Now, Sergeant Robert Kaminsky, who was with the police department on the scene early this morning, says that they do believe it was 2 or 3 12-year-olds who stole the car. Now, these kids crashed into 4 different cars that were parked on the street here. Video from the scene does show the immediate aftermath early this morning. Those cars, especially that stolen Hyundai, with significant damage to them, and police had a tow truck out here taking that evidence away as they continue their investigation. Now, you can also see some damage some debris here from that cars that were parked out here still on the ground. For the most part, though, they do have that cleaned up out here this morning. Now, next steps, police trying to figure out exactly when that car was stolen and where it was stolen from. They also don't know where those kids went after the car crashed. Now, they do believe that those kids took the stolen car to a 7-Eleven in the area. They say there were multiple 7-Eleven cups inside of the car. That's part of their investigation investigation as well. And they are now talking to neighbors and trying to find Ring doorbell camera footage, as well as just talking to neighbors to see anything that they saw or heard. Of course, as we continue throughout the morning, we're hoping to get some more details from police, as well as once people here in the neighborhood start to wake up, hearing from them about what exactly they might have seen or heard. And once we get more information, we're going to bring it to you right here on DC News Now. For now, live in Clarksburg, I'm Lex Juarez. Back to you.
Thank you, Lex. Your time right now is 6:04 this morning. The man accused of stabbing a custodian outside of the Silver Spring Metro Station is now in custody. Police say the worker is seriously injured after being stabbed in the arm. This all happened yesterday evening. Danion Tesfaye is charged with assault. Police say as of right now, they do not have a motive for the stabbing.
The terminal roadway at Baltimore-Washington International Airport is now open after being shut down yesterday afternoon. Police say they were investigating a vehicle near the terminal. One person was taken into custody. Police say it was a precautionary measure based on statements that person had made. The bombardment of the Gaza Strip continues into its sixth day this morning. The Israeli Defense Force is now preparing for a possible ground assault. It would be the first ground offense in Gaza since 2014. And take a look at this new video. Entire neighborhoods have been reduced to rubble, and the death toll has, on both sides, have now risen to 2,400 people.
That is right. That includes at least 22 Americans. President Biden says there are still at least 17 other Americans unaccounted for. This all comes as the Israeli Prime Minister vowed to destroy Hamas. Meantime, the IDF has confirmed an attack yesterday from the Lebanese militant group Hezbollah that sparked concerns that the war would spread beyond the Gaza Strip. Now, President Biden affirmed his support of Israel and assured families that they are working to reduce the hostages still being held by Hamas.
We're working on every aspect of the hostage crisis in Israel, including deploying experts to advise and assist with recovery efforts. We're surging additional military assistance to the Israeli Defense Force, including ammunition, interceptors to replenish the Iron Dome.
Meantime, Secretary of State Antony Blinken is in the region this morning to show support for Israel.
An arrested Virginia man is pleading for a humanitarian ceasefire in the region. His sister and her family are stuck in Gaza and trying to remain safe amid the conflict. His sister, a dual U.S. and U.K. citizen, traveled to Gaza with her 5 children to visit her husband's olive tree farm. She was instructed to escape Gaza through Egypt, but cannot because of bombings near the crossing. She's worried about dwindling food and water supplies. Israel cut off electricity and water flow to Gaza.
I can't sleep. I can't think. An immediate humanitarian ceasefire is needed.
We had to evacuate our homes on Monday and stayed with a family, but it just got bombed the next block. If you hear a car door slam or a car come past in the street, you get scared, but soon you realize it's not a bomb.
She is currently hunkered down in an apartment with 30 of her relatives. And as the crisis between Israel and Hamas continues for another day, Israelis in our area will gather for a night of unity and solidarity.
That is right. Several synagogues in the area are coming together for a vigil tonight in Potomac, and our Tosin Vakile is live as where that vigil is going to be held. So Tosin, tell us more about tonight's vigil and also the new steps that some Montgomery County officials just took to enhance security at places of worship.
Hey, Tanaya and Shanika, good morning. A new $900,000 grant made available by Montgomery County leaders will help supplement for things like security personnel or security cameras at nonprofits and faith-based organizations that are at risk for experiencing hate crime. And security is top of the mind for many synagogues, including this one, Congregation Har Shalom behind me, where a vigil will be held tonight. Now, all this comes following the unrest happening as Israelis tonight, and the move by leaders in Montgomery County comes as that crisis between Israel and Hamas continues, that war now in day 6. And because of what's happening in the Middle East, back here at home, Montgomery County's Office of Emergency Management and Homeland Security opened the applications for a nonprofit security grant program, and nonprofits and places of worship can request up to $20,000. Tonight's vigil of Jewish unity and solidarity here at Congregation Har Shalom is is in partnership with several synagogues in the area and the Jewish community organizations. And the synagogue is expecting a good-sized crowd. So they're telling people to give extra time, including for security measures when they get here. And the synagogue says to help with security processing, they're telling people to bring small bags. And they say those bags may be inspected for added security measures. Again, that vigil tonight here will happen at 7:30 tonight. Now, coming up in the next half hour, I'll tell you when that grant application will be open till, so nonprofits and faith-based organizations can apply. For now, we're live in Potomac. I'm Tosin Fakile for DC News Now. Back to you.
Thank you, Tosin. Your time right now is coming up on 6:10 this morning. President Biden proposing new rules to cut down on hidden fees while shopping online. Now, these rules would require companies to disclose those fees up front. Now, if a business does not follow these rules, they would face a fee themselves. Biden says these fees are bad for the economy.
It makes it harder for honest businesses who are trying to do the right thing to compete with dishonest companies who trick customers into thinking their prices are lower when they in fact are not.
If we had a free market and a competitive environment, you would see those fees coming down.
Now, some lawmakers and business groups are skeptical the proposed rule would actually save people money. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce says federal regulations like this reduce competition.
And Disney amusement parks say they're raising some of their prices. Disneyland will keep one-day tickets at $104, but the peak ticket is going up $15. Multi-day tickets are increasing an average of 11 to 12%. So you'll pay nearly $800 for that. And in Florida, Disney World is raising prices for several annual passes. The most expensive one is the Incredipass Pass, and that is costing more than $1,400. The cheapest is the Pixie Pass, which is now $439.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. All right. Well, many Americans head into the holiday shopping season with credit card debt lingering.
That is right. But as our consumer reporter Ben Dennis found out, there are several ways to check off shopping lists while working to pay down that debt.
Hey there, it's up for debate when to start that holiday shopping, but as retailers are promoting sales earlier in the year, now may be the right time to prepare and even start tackling last year's holiday season credit card debt. Nearly 9 in 10 Americans plan to buy gifts for the winter holiday season, an average of $831 in spending, according to NerdWallet. They say debt from 2022 holiday spending still lingers for about 3 in 10 Americans, and inflation will tighten people's budgets, and cutting back may be a priority. Among strategies to deal with debt, make a plan to pay last year's debt before any you take on this year. That's to avoid additional interest on that higher balance. Avoiding debt on holiday gifts this year is equally as important, so reevaluate your budget, find areas to cut back on excessive spending, and consider avoiding buy now, pay later options. NerdWallet says 5% of holiday shoppers this year say they'll go into debt from that service. 3% of shoppers said they'd be in debt from cash advance apps. And of course, your loved ones don't want you to be in financial stress. High-end gifts may not be a great idea. Balance transfer cards may also help you start paying off your debt. Cards with no fee to transfer balances from your credit card and a period to start paying off the debt could give you a head start. Of course, staying mindful of interest rates among credit cards offered is a plus. Bankrate and Forbes are among online outlets promising to show you what transfer cards are offered and how much you may be paying for them. Ben Dennis, back to you.